Good evening. Welcome back to Savannah by Night, part of our Vampire the Masquerade campaign over here at Knights of Silvermoon. Couple things to get into really quick. As I've mentioned in the prior two sessions, I have spent time discussing with each and every one of my players the limits and things that they are comfortable with, and the things that bit of a yellow light if it's handled a certain way. If at any time that they feel uncomfortable, that they want to fast forward through a scene or edit it entirely, they just have to say so. The entire point, regardless of this being a world of darkness, is to have fun. But for you watching, if you get uncomfortable or you need to take a break or find something else to watch, we understand. I also would like to start with an acknowledgement of our producer, Smoggles, who without him, this would not be happening. So all the fun things that you see, keeping up with the music, keeping up with NPC portraits and everything like that, that's all him. Because I can't be bothered. But a reminder as well is that on Tuesday we have our D&D game, Age of Myth, where we are about to start kicking people down a well in Sparta, more or less. But tune in for that. Now, I'd like everyone to go around and introduce themselves. We can get this going in a starting at Dreamy. We'll go clockwise.
I am Dreamy. I play Kate, who is a Ventru, and we are both she, her.
Don't know who's next.
You,
Is it me? Okay. Hi, I'm Tara. I play Tabitha Morn. My pronouns they, them. Tabby's pronouns she, they.
I'm muted. Hello, I'm Helena, also known as KittyCrafto on the internet, and I'm playing Poppy, a Toreador friend. Pronouns are she, her.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Iskra, pronoun she, her. I play Cora, a Malkavian from overseas, also she, her.
And I'm Martel. I play Arden, who is a gangrel, also from overseas. We are both he, him.
Unless there's anything else to add, any announcements, any links that you guys have to share, or where anybody can find you. All right, then I'll just say that look how gorgeous all my players are. And it's going to be a real shame if they have to cry at some point tonight.
Should have gone with waterproof mascara.
Where the cheap stuff, like us Gnosis.
Nosferatu are the cheap stuff. Now,
Unlike Petra, I imagine Petra buys the expensive stuff.
without further ado, let's tell a vampire story, shall we? Last time on Savannah by Night. The new arrivals to Chatham County's nightlife were given formal introductions to their primogen, the heads of their respective clans. Some managed to impress, or at least not greatly offend, the powers that be. Kate was given a sampling of the way the Ventru have maintained such a firm grip on the city for so long, as they have woven themselves into the very fabric of both sides of the veil. She now faces the daunting task of trying to find a way to contribute, to understand enough of the machine to become a useful cog in it, or to be chewed up by it. Artem was shown the grounds surrounding Wormslow, as he talked with the man that is both his primogen and the seneschal, the second highest authority in the city. Alden informed him that he had the option of staying on his land for the time being, provided he worked on rebuilding the structures there, as well as being a mutual chaperone to his child that sorely needs some socializing. Artem agreed to this arrangement, for now at least. Cora was met with the harsh reality that many of her clan are not as lucky to be so high-functioning, that her primogen and her retinue would be watching her carefully to ascertain whether or not a particular complication was manageable, that it would not prove to be too much of a liability. But a friendly face assured her that they could take their time and talk it out together, rather than immediately resort to any drastic measures. Tabby was confronted with the totality of implications of her past lack of due diligence. That trusting too much, being too eager to please all the wrong people, led to an obvious, yet entirely avoidable sequence of tragic events from which there was no recovery. Whether she realizes it or not, she now has a chance to learn from those mistakes and start over. And that one way to do that is to potentially ingratiate herself with her fellow newbloods, to learn about them without getting caught up in the churn of their own impending missteps. Once regrouped, they were all shown to a stone house on that same property, affectionately called the cottage, where they each would have their own room for a few nights, if that is required. As the weight of the sun began to make their eyelids heavy, they all began to drift off from the day sleep. But before we continue with the next night, we need to roll back the clock to the prior evening as Poppy is escorted through the main house. One moment. Talking is bloodthirsty work.
It's true.
Nico leads Poppy to one of the adjacent parlor rooms that had a clear, unobstructed view of the entire proceedings. On the central couch is a dark-skinned woman with a black, deeply fashionable strapless gown, her legs crossed showing how scandalously high the split in her dress goes, damn near giving a flash of hip. The finishing touch, her practically painted-on opera gloves, going almost all the way to the shoulder. Her hands rest on the cushioning on either side of her, propelling her upwards into a playfully confident posture. Nico, who had escorted you. Ah, Primogen Laveau, I'd like to introduce you to Poppy Stewart.
Poppy does like a kind of petite curtsy and bows her head, as she has been kind of taught to do, but not wanting to go too over the top, but just a nice deference of posture. She'll say, "It's a pleasure to meet you."
I would hope. So tell me, Poppy, what didn't you share down there?
Poppy like has a moment of just like running through all of the crazy stuff that she just saw. Max being totally, well, eviscerated in front of her, and trying to rewind to what she must have been saying. Hearing also the echo of Nico going, ha, when she mentioned who her sire was, and being met with a kind of rush of embarrassment again. And I think that probably shows a little bit in her face.
You see her leaning forward a little bit, just under her chin, twisting just ever so slightly to give that like slender elegance, but also, I'm watching you. Everything you do, everything you are.
Poppy kind of softly says, I am also here in Savannah due to matters of the heart. I recently parted ways, artistic differences, if you will, with someone, and I would like to seek a rebuilding of sorts here. Because I see Savannah as a place where life and death are intermingled in a kind of dance. It also helps, of course, and she kind of like bats her eyelashes a little bit over at Nico, that Nico here is has always shown me kindness when we've come across each other. So I knew that wherever he called home must be a truly kind place.
You see her give this eye track flicker to Nico, but it's not warm.
Great.
And she looks back to you. Well, since he's already vouched for you in front of the prince and the entire court, you're already nominally here. However, and she leans, giving you a very fang-forward smile. What use do roses have for a poppy?
That's a really good line. Poppy like makes a note of that. She's gonna write that in her journal. And she kind of chuckles, because that is a funny thing to hear, especially in a kind of tense moment. And she tries to maintain eye contact with her and says, well, poppies perhaps seek the sensuous nature of both the thorn and the petal, and wish to mold the more trippy sides of the poppy to something more beautiful, to building something more beautiful.
And what is that something more beautiful?
Perhaps that's the thing that I need to find. But if it's in one way being of service to your works here, making Savannah just a mecca for those seeking art and beauty and creation, I would love to be of service in some way or other. I have much experience in art creation and curation, so I think making spaces for people would give me much pleasure.
Making a space is one thing. Being able to actually use it to its full potential, that's another. So tell me, what is your training? What is your obsession?
Poppy tries to figure out if she's wanting to know like her weakness, her obsession, that kind of thing, or is that not something that's talked about?
She could be trying to trick you into it,
Okay.
or she could be trying to just understand what your skill set is if she's going to add you to the garden.
Got it.
Could be both.
My talents and skills lie in acquiring and curating and creating a mood in a space. I went to school for sculpture and visual art and find that I have an ability to bring people together in a way where everybody learns to feel the same way. And she kind of drifts off and looks up a little bit and then retrains her eyes. I make spaces for people to enjoy beauty and to perhaps learn something.
So what's been your greatest artistic accomplishment?
Poppy. Is she going to say her actual greatest artistic accomplishment? She might. I think my greatest artistic accomplishment was a site-specific piece that I did in my younger years at college, acquiring a rather coveted item that meant violence at its core, that meant hatred, and releasing it from its cage, and therefore silencing the person whose violence was hurting so many.
You see the smile turn a little more genuine, but there's still this bite to it. So, long story short, you elevated petty to a craft. Is that what you're boasting?
Perhaps it didn't feel petty to me at the time.
How about now?
Now it feels very long ago.
Mm.
Now I feel that I am capable of larger moments of beauty.
And yet, your largest, greatest artistic endeavor is that far in the rear view. What have you done since?
Well, unfortunately, I was caught up in a romance, as it were. And my more artistic endeavors took a back seat to appeasing a partner.
Ah, under your sire's featherlight thumb.
Yes.
There are many of us that could identify with such a thing. The question now is, if you're off his leash, what are you going to do here? The prince mentioned there are so many of us. You talk of pretty words of making a space, bringing people together. What does that look like? I'll give you an example. When you get a chance, I want you to walk down the west side of River Street. See all the new developments there. How that has revitalized old into new, quickened a dead part of the street. Brought music, art, culture. That's what building a space is. How do you endeavor to follow in those steps?
Before I follow, I would love to learn from what you've done for Savannah. I mean, from what I've heard, you've done so much. I think,
And what have I done?
well, as you said, the revitalizing the arts, bringing them here, quickening the dead.
You're not going to get points by just rehashing what I've already told you.
That makes sense. I have a lot to learn, and I am willing to learn. I would like to create some sort of artistic space that has a lower bar of entry. Someplace that can really gather people who have and people who haven't. Give access to art, to music, maybe a combination of the two, for people who've maybe never been able to access it. Poppy's kind of realizing she's talking about what she would have done for herself growing up. What she wished she could have done.
So she's sharing an earnest, honest, internal wish. There are places all over this county that are impacted differently by economics, by the storms. And there are art academy buildings anywhere you look to do just that, to bring it to people who missed out. Perhaps in one of those, you could find a place to contribute, at least to start. So, as I understand it, you're going to also be helping Mr. Rausch with some of his endeavors.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Do you look over at Rausch?
I think she kind of like does a quick look at him. What is his face doing?
He's looking at her. Full, sharp eye contact, and there's a hint of something smug in the expression. He looks like if she wasn't in the room, it would be a much, much bigger grin.
Great.
Like there would be canary feathers sort of puffing out of his mouth.
Ugh. Hello, it's me, the canary. Okay.
That's making some assumptions.
Well, Poppy kind of looks over at him, sees the smug face, and yes, of course.
Well, for now, you should maybe say hello to a few others. And she reaches for her phone that was sitting on the couch, and she just sort of seems to tap a few keys. And barely before you hear that little whoosh sound of a message going out, you hear fierce, determined power walk, click clack of heels heading in your direction,
Oh, terrifying.
and more casual, soft-soled shoes, but getting caught in this weird reverberation of soft heel, high heel click, and it kind of gets lost which is which for a moment as they approach.
Oh.
You see a woman in a form-hugging pink party dress that maybe she was just either going to the club or just came back from it.
Amazing.
She's holding out her cell phone. The man next to her is wearing this dark red suit. The slight styled afro kind of blown back a little bit. In a way, a little like aerodynamic.
Huh.
No, I'm sure the two of you saw her down there. It's hard not to. But Poppy, this is Titus Silverstone and Madison Griffith. Madison is my second in command. If you don't see me, she's the thorn in your back.
It's good to meet you.
Madison is kind of just multitasking, looking at her phone, rapidly sending out a text with one hand and looking at you. Actually, she'll be doing that with the left hand. She'll just kind of do the dainty handshake where she just reaches
Just a little
across.
shake.
Yeah. Oh, pleasure, darling. Oh, she looks down at the sort of the blood spatter that accrued from the rather loud introduction.
Mm-hmm.
Goes, oh, dearie. Oh, we
Yeah.
must have that fixed. Please, you have other clothes.
Yes, I do. I do.
Do you have them here?
Did my Uber driver bring
Well,
them in with me, or did I bring them in?
You would have had to bring your own bag.
Okay.
But the question is, did you have extra clothes in your bag?
Well, I had, when I packed that bag,
Mm.
or when it was packed for me, there were multiple clothes in there.
Mm-hmm.
So there's probably something I can put together.
Something.
Something.
I wouldn't necessarily say that it would be ultra fashionable.
No. It's definitely
But
Old Navy at best.
yes, but I mean, the best tool is the one you have, and if you're a Toreador, maybe you can find a way to make it work.
Yeah. I'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm. She goes, oh, sweetie, we're gonna have to, we gotta fix that.
Oh, I know. It's gross.
Mm-hmm.
What a surprise.
Well, if you should ever need me, and I'm sure you'll get a phone eventually, I'm invested in all the social media around town. So maybe we can help each other out at some point.
Absolutely.
And she kind of just reaches over and just almost boops your nose to the point where you don't know what actually happened. It's so feather light. Now, part of what I do is keeping stupid things that stupid people off the radar.
Mm.
I really, really don't want to have to make you trending for an unfortunate reason.
Oh, I don't think you'll have that problem.
Ooh, let's find out together.
Sounds fun.
The two men actually kind of shake hands a little bit. It sort of seems like they're the ones that are a little more polite or at least civil towards each other. And it's just you kind of hear this a lot of, hey, how's it going? How's it going? Kind of thing. Like it's a little more chummy. And Titus was like, Poppy, right?
Yes. Nice
Nice
to
to
meet
meet you.
you.
And he reaches out for an actual proper handshake.
Oh, great. She will meet him.
He kind of just looks at you at the blood spatter instead of what Madison did, and he kind of just leans into frame a little bit with you, like shoulder to shoulder, while looking at the others in the room. Because, like, I mean, if she had a little bit more honor, we'd at least match.
The color's beautiful.
I
But other than
mean,
that,
it sort of seemed like maybe you don't want to wear that guy, but
no.
so I mean, what is? Come on, you gotta tell us what's your whole deal? Like, what do you do? What's your thing? Every Toreador's got a thing.
Yes. Well,
She's got a thing, right, Nico? And he kind of just gives this little like, I'm not saying.
I'm a visual artist and curator.
I see.
Yes. Some performance art on the side, but haven't done that in a while.
What kind of performance art?
Well, most notably, and a piece that I was written about a little bit, was a construction of a large nest inside of a museum space in which I lived for a few weeks while constructing it. It was a little kind of artsy fartsy, but it was quite beautiful in the end.
I got an idea.
Oh,
He kind of looks at Nico first for a moment, who kind of gives him that like, yeah, go for it kind of thing.
mm-hmm.
He goes, see, I get a lot of wreckage at the track.
Oh,
I wonder if you could make something beautiful or poignant with the detritus of an old race.
yes. Yeah, that actually sounds really refreshing. Poppy, who's realized she hasn't made art in a while.
Tell you what, it's supposed to be a bit of a race night going up there. It's either tomorrow night or the night after, depending who we can wrangle up.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you bring some of your little new friends with you?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'd be really curious to meet them. I'd really like to see you outside of all this.
Poppy just kind of nods at that because she doesn't want to say anything mean about all this.
Mm-hmm. There's a bit of like a conspiratorial, like, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
He looks over at Nico, just, I mean, you've made worse calls.
Great.
All right. And he gives you that little handshake again. He's like, we'll talk soon.
Looking forward to it.
Nico can give you my number when you get yourself a phone finally.
Great.
And he looks over at Madison, who is ostensibly his, maybe not his boss, but his vice boss, and goes, and watch out for her. She'll fuck you up.
Oh, good to know.
Those nails are not press-ons. And he just walks out.
Oh my gosh, they're beautiful though.
And she kind of just does this like rolling flex of the fingers, and it just looks like light glittering on talons.
Wow.
And she's giving you this coy yet vicious little smile.
Mm.
Who she turns and looks at her primogen, and there's this little nod before she slinks off, leaving just the three of you in the room. She's like, you can go now, Poppy. Nico and I need to have a little chat.
Great. It was great meeting you.
And she holds out her hand, like not quite in this kiss the ring gesture, but it would evoke the image a little bit.
Mm.
And she has not risen from her seat. And she's making you cross the space because you're a few feet away.
Poppy will do so as swiftly and gracefully as she can.
Mm-hmm. And what do you do?
If it really does look like she's kind of raising her hand in that way, she will like take the gloved fingers and place like a very delicate kiss upon like the middle knuckle.
She does this sort of playful little like finger waggle. Wow. This needs to be caffeinated. Before she just, in that same hand, same motion, kind of just starts to almost shoo you away. We're done now. That's the, she doesn't say it, but you get that impression.
Yes. Poppy will exit swiftly.
Nico's eyes follow you for a moment, and then he kind of just turns back to his primogen so that they can have whatever conversation they're going to have.
Great.
Now, while I will catch you up with the rest of the group in a moment, they also had a moment of being able to talk with someone outside of the primogen for a moment. I assume you were maybe trying to find your bag, trying to get sorted. Maybe not
And
immediately.
less sorted.
Oh my.
Yes.
So I assume you find a bathroom, you're getting some measure of decorum back that was robbed from you.
Yeah.
As
She'll
you
change
go
into
ahead.
something different that doesn't have blood on it, and we'll try to make it look fashion.
So actually, you tell me then, how does she reintroduce herself into Savannah society with her meager elements?
Yeah. So she had put on like her address. Or no, she came from the bus stop. She had her jeans on and like a handmade jean jacket, which now has blood on it.
Has
And it was
character on it.
probably what?
It has character on it.
It does. It does. And makes a note to be like, okay, I'll get some red gemstones and kind of bedazzle the blood so that it looks like more of a choice, which I think would actually look really cool. But she'll change out of that and put the jacket away, and try to kind of like get her hair looking better, wash any blood off of her face. And then like in her mind, she's like thinking about just the placid face that Kate had in the face of the blood splatter. And so after she exits the bathroom, she might try to find where Kate would be.
Okay. We'll have to wibbly wobbly that one in a bit. But
yeah, that's fine.
As you're milling around, trying to find either someone to talk to or for just some stabilizing force for a second. You're left alone in one of those pristine hallways where you hear another sauntering of steps heading in your direction. Another soft set of big soft sole shoes. See a man in a rich blue suit, nice tie, white shirt, and this very blonde but blown back and slightly spiky gelled hair. And not quite 5 o'clock shadow as much as this. How do I explain? More like noon shadow that kind of, no matter how much you shave, it just never goes away.
Yeah.
He's just this perma rugged in a nice suit, but also with the gelled hair. It's you're a Poppy, right?
I am. Who do I have the pleasure of meeting?
Roman Wright.
Nice to meet you.
Hmm. It seems we're of the same stock. I imagine he kind of just angles to where he knows the Primogen would have been roosting. He goes, how was all of that?
Oh, I've never experienced anything like that. She opts for a diplomatic, correct answer.
He kind of laughs at that, but in that sort of low rumble of a very postured or posturing individual. So, how are you doing for work then? Do you know what you're going to be doing here?
Well, actually, right now it sounds like Nico is speaking with Lore about perhaps employing me. I'm not quite sure. They seem to have some sort of plan.
Oh, I'm sure they do. But if you ever want to get out from either of their thumb, and as he walks by, he doesn't go to shake your hand, he just produces a business card. And he doesn't do the salacious thing of trying to stuff it into a pocket. He just sort of places it between two of your fingers. Very smooth. Give me a call. Let's see if we can work something out.
Great.
And he just continues walking.
Poppy looks down at the business card.
So we won't be going into the actual number, but
No.
it's how do I explain this? Because I didn't want to put an actual business on it, but it sounds like the kind of holding company name that you see attached to strip clubs.
Ah. Very good. Very good.
Very much
Could be
incorporated in Delaware.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
She'll put that away, out of sight, but close by.
Now, to catch you back up to the present, so eventually you are trundled off into the Range Rovers that the others had taken. I believe you were riding with Cora at the time. You were shown to a cottage, stone. each with individual rooms. One by one, you feel the oppressive weight of the sun lift as you all start to awake in your individual rooms within the protective confines of the stone cottage. While far from extravagant, your accommodations are cozy. Full double beds with polished metal adornments, tastefully simple but comfortable sheets, vintage, possibly restored wooden furniture for a dresser, small vanity, and closet. Steel shutters and a matching heavy door, steel door with slide bolt you'd more likely see on the outside of a freight car. But more importantly, it locks from your side. What do you all do?
So I have something that we all can do, Poppy says as she's like trying to get everybody all together.
Well,
If
before we get into that, let's give everyone just a moment just to see, do they have a thing that they wanted to do or think about in the privacy of their own room?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were all together. My bad.
Nope, that's my
Apologies.
fault.
Kate will spend a couple of extra minutes getting ready. And when she does leave her room, she's in a little black dress. For now, her blazer is atop it, the same blazer for the night before.
Similarly, Tabby wakes up and just kind of brushes herself off. A very different readiness visual look in the Nosferatu mindset. And she then reflects on how she has currently nothing. She like literally looks down at each hand and is not even holding a bag, has nothing in her inner pockets. And it's like, I need to go get some things. And heads to the general area.
We'll say Artem had a tough night, so he doesn't really prepare. He just kind of gets up when he can and then goes out the door, which he didn't lock.
Did any of you?
I did.
Cora
I
locked her
did.
door.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cora will get up and she'll go to her window and, well, she'll turn on the light and go to her window and look at like the kind of translucent reflection of herself in the window and think about the previous night. She'll think to herself about how vacation is over now and how she needs to be more careful. And then she'll put on her driving jacket, even though she doesn't have a car yet. And now that court is over, she can wear something that feels a little more comfortable, though she's comfortable in a more dressed up for business too. And then she will walk out into the main space to see if the rest of these new neonates are around.
So just before that, there is a common room on the main floor of a joint kitchen and den area. Older, plush, comfortable chairs and couches. And for anyone looking, there is an actual full-sized fridge and a letter pinned to it.
What does it say?
Well, who goes to read it?
I'll wander over and read it. I think
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of meander around the space until.
It just says in very neat and larger handwriting. Refreshments are in the fridge. You will be picked up an hour after sundown for one last round of formalities. And then you will be free to do as you need to. Signed, Thomas Atherton.
Whoever I run into first, I'll let them know about what's in the fridge.
Abby will absolutely just immediately go grab, or we'll see the amount in there. Like, is there?
There is a bag each.
Tabby will grab a bag.
So a reminder is that while bags are good in a pinch, they're small. They're more of a, in comparison, a kid-sized juice box. They're enough to take the edge off, but they're not going to fill you up.
Is there a bag?
Lunchables.
Is there a bag for Kate, numbers wise?
There would not be,
Okay.
because of
They know.
they know. But
Tabby will
there's
take the blood pack and not immediately drink it. Instead, she will place it on her person, tucking into one of the pockets of this hoodie.
Now, what I will say is that if you allow it to get too warm, you're not going to get anything out of it.
And it is August in Savannah, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, it should
And
warm up
another-
slightly less with our body heat not being particularly high.
Yeah, but you're forgetting the fact that fabric insulates. The heat will feedback loop.
Mm.
The other issue is that you don't want to forget about it and then be walking around and you get a little knock and it's just whoops, all tomato soup. Something to keep in mind.
That would be quite the cereal mishap.
Cora will walk out into the space as Tabby is grabbing a pack from the refrigerator, like taking something for the road.
Probably got to enjoy it sooner than I'd like, but definitely hope to actually get some worthwhile drinks soon. You know what? Fuck it. And she just starts drinking it.
Poppy will pop her head out and go, "Are we talking drinks?"
Yep.
Amazing. Ooh, I'll have one. And she'll go over to the fridge and have hers alongside Tabby, trying to kind of match the rhythm.
Do you kind of sit near Tabby?
She'll be 3 feet away or so. Not too close, not too far.
Gotcha. I like to think that unless you're being super secretive about it, Tabby kind of notices that you're matching her in one form or another, and she seems to be inquisitive about this. She isn't. This is just a social interaction that has not happened frequently in either her life or own life. But she keeps drinking.
Fair.
Cora will motion to the refrigerator. It's like, how much is in there anyway?
I think there's one for each of you.
In that case, I think I'll wait. Let's see how tonight goes, if we get the opportunity.
Won't last that long.
Well, if there are too many more formalities, I might need something stiffer.
Even just something fresh.
Hmm.
I wonder what more formalities they need for us.
I couldn't begin to tell you. I'm formalitied out. Oh, but speaking of formalities, this is not one, but rather an opportunity for all of us, if you're feeling up to it. I met a lovely man named Titus Silverstone last night, and he has some sort of racetrack of some sort, and he's offered for all of us to come by and kind of see what it's all about, away from all of the hoity-toity moments at the Elysium. But if you're interested, that could be really fun, and we could all go together. I mean, I'm not much of a racer or anything, but it's good to make new friends.
Count me in.
Great.
I'm afraid I've already made plans.
Oh, that's okay. I'm sure we can go another time.
You know
up to
what?
anything?
Count me in, but I might randomly dip out at a unexpected point, depending on what the crowd is like.
Yeah, we'll vibe check it and see how it is.
I might dip out immediately. Do you know if it is mostly kindred populated or?
Oh, I perhaps should have asked that. So we'll vibe check it and we'll see if it's a spot for you. Though you got this hoodie now, you could just kind of lurk. Did you go to
Notice a
Georgetown?
little small.
It works. It works. Yeah.
We'll work with it though.
So, Kate, your plans, are they open invitation? Because if you're expecting some company, then I'm sure the racetrack isn't going anywhere, right?
No, I have to do this alone. I need to go eat tonight.
Right. Cool.
Yeah, count me in for the racetrack.
Awesome.
I think Artem is finally going to make his appearance, walking out like a zombie, just rubbing his eyes. What
Evening
about the racetrack?
sunshine.
Eh,
Do you
sort of
like?
looks. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask you if you like racetracks and racing.
Uh, sure.
Excellent. So we've been invited, all of us, to go over to Titus's racetrack and hang out, I guess.
Uh, the, tonight. Let me see. Uh, I have to talk to the boss. Might have to get working tonight, but if not, I'll go.
Amazing. Great.
Now, I did say that it would have been a night or two, depending on certain circumstances. So if, from a meta perspective, you guys are doing some other things, we can do that for the next session. We can make your plans, you can do your things. But it will happen eventually. So, do you continue the conversation? Do you...
Artem will look around. Where did we get? He sort of points at Cora's blood bag.
Oh, she didn't take hers.
Oh, right. Sorry. Tabby's blood bag.
You look at it.
Yes.
Tabby does not know what she is drinking.
Oh,
But she, if she notices that you were looking, she will look down on the bag and see if it's labeled in anything.
It's in the fridge.
Oh, did you want one? Yeah.
yeah. Sorry. Sort of goes in, grabs it.
You would also notice it is the only thing in the fridge, in like a sort of iced up champagne bucket
Like to be efficient.
It seems some of us have never had to overwinter.
Over winter?
Let's just say you don't always know when you're going to run out or when you might need it, right? So I'm
Right.
saving mine.
Got you. That's probably wise.
I've rarely found it too difficult to find at least something to eat. Usually it might include going downstairs, but
And
need
that's
not be picky.
another phrase that needs explaining.
What, you dig?
No, the sewer.
Oh,
Ew.
right,
Oh,
right.
Cool. Gross.
I guess that's not as self-explanatory as I thought it might be.
Just new.
Think of it as clan-specific jargon.
Mm. You got any in exchange?
I feel like I don't even know my own clan's jargon, if we have any. I'm sure we do.
Not really in that sense.
Okay.
Obsession was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Usually a lot of Rose talk because, of course, but that's not
Right.
really. Some clans are definitely having a lot more specific terminology, and it's very internal.
Mm.
But not Toreador.
Yeah, ours are just floral puns, I think, for the most part. Every rose has its thorns, all that. The note on the fridge that says that there's a car coming, was it for one person? I can't remember what you said. Or was it just for all
It's
of
meant
us?
for everyone.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah.
And did it have a time? Like, or is it
An
soon?
hour after sunset.
Great, thank you.
Kate would let everyone know what the note says. And
Cool.
So this would give you all time to either primp yourselves up, psychologically get ready, to chat about anything that you want to chat about, to kind of just run out the clock. If there's nothing else that you guys want to discuss, we can advance the timeline a little bit.
How dark is it outside? Hour after sunset.
It's dark enough for you guys to have been walking around outside the moment you guys woke up.
Okay. Tabby will poke her head out a window and see how populated the immediate surroundings are.
It is very not, because you are in a secluded cottage on what is effectively a private quasi-island that is itself part of the entire grounds of Elysium. You could not get more private than this.
Tabby will, with the express goal of not going more than like 200 feet, maybe 300 from the cottage, just kind of scout around the area in a slow walk, taking their time, and see if there's an entry to the sewer that's obvious from immediately nearby.
Does anyone go with them? Or do you want to be alone?
Tabby will not be secretive about it. They won't. She won't announce that she's going. Or actually, she will. She'll say, "I'll be right back. I'm gonna walk around outside." But if people follow, she's not trying to sleuth away.
Okay. You wouldn't find any kind of sewer entrance, at least not built large enough for a person. You have to imagine that there are water pipes, sewer lines that have to connect these spaces. But most water lines are fairly small. Some are even about the size of a finger in terms of width. So you're not exactly going to be sluicing down that at any time.
Maybe after like 5 minutes, 10 minutes in order to give a decent
Mhm.
perimeter, Tabby comes back inside.
Okay. As you're making your way back, you pass a little greenhouse. Slightly ornate, a lot of proper glass, not plastic. With the wrought iron appearance the same that was on the front gate of the estate. But outside of it, there is a younger woman with long, pale blonde hair who's just toiling in the soil, seemingly tending to some array of not necessarily flowers, but some form of well-kept greenery.
Mechanical question.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Tabby likely, there's no for sure immediate sense per se, without aspects and some other things going
Mm-hmm.
on to determine whether or not an individual is kindred or kind, right?
Unless you have the ability,
Gotcha.
no.
Then,
But something to consider, the very nature of the grounds. But do with that as you will.
yeah, I think at least, if nothing else, then from good muscle memory and good habitual practice, the moment Tabby sees anyone in their periphery, she will kind of automatically slink to whatever closest wall and shadows she can find,
Mm-hmm.
rather than necessarily just be wide out in the open where her face can be seen.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you just trying to hide or are you trying to use an ability?
And she's considering that. She looks back, and is there a driveway up to the estate?
Up to this part of the cottage, yes. Something to consider though, and you were told this, no violence, no disciplines in Elysium.
Okay, so this is still Elysium.
Yeah.
Thank you for the reminder. In that case, no disciplines. And she will um, try and get a better look at the greenery that is
Mm-hmm.
being worked on.
Would Tabby have any kind of knowledge about botany, agriculture?
Taking a look back at her stuff. I know there's not like a botany one. Uh, Potentially with medicine, if it is one of those, but
Mm,
otherwise, decent intelligence, but
mm-hmm.
I'd say probably not. Might know like general herb,
Mm-hmm.
but would not necessarily know flowers per se.
I would say then Tabby wouldn't have a great clue on what it is because on the one hand, it could look herbal, it could look homeopathic, it could look like some sort of aloe-esque thing, but it's so difficult to tell from where you are and the lack of knowledge specific in that area.
Gotcha. I think Tappy will mark that this is here
Hmm.
and will return back inside.
Okay. It would more or less be visible from the path that leads up to this house. You would actually have to go by it again as you go to the main house later.
One thing that Tabby will do right before returning to wherever the group is,
Hmm.
Tabby takes a moment before returning inside and is going to look at the driveway
Hmm.
where most likely a car would approach from. And she's going to then like look back at the house and see if she can tell from which vantage points of the house, other than necessarily front door or probably window, but pretty much from where the driveway can be seen.
Any window. And are you looking for something specific?
No, then answers it.
Okay. You'd have to open the windows because they all have those steel shutters to
That's right.
protect against sunlight.
Are there any bushes? And I imagine around a corner is a at least potential vantage point from around the house.
There are
Cottage.
a few.
Okay. Or Tabby will go back inside.
That's a great dress for your hunt, Kate. Do you have somewhere in particular that you're going? So I can steer clear, of course, since it's going to be private.
I was going to ask before going anywhere specific. You know, new territory and all that.
I've thought about that too. There were some neutral grounds in Frankfurt, but I don't know if they do the same thing here.
Speaking of Frankfurt, what was court like there? I heard your sire was a seneschal.
He was indeed. I wasn't really meant for the affairs of court, so I didn't spend a lot of time there. It wasn't the same for you, being the child of a prince.
No, it was not the same. I spent most of my time either in court or dealing with court-adjacent affairs.
Interesting. I always got the feeling that my sire didn't want me to start things too quickly. Give me a chance. We have a longer time to do things now, right? So,
Well, as long as you play the game right. I was reminded yesterday.
true
In
enough.
more than one way.
I would like it pointed out that Poppy and Artem are in the room unless they've Skyped off to have their own conversation.
Yeah, this doesn't need to be
Mhm.
private. I don't feel like I'm saying anything too revealing.
Poppy's just listening.
Yeah,
But she
Artem is
might-
too.
Yeah. She might ask. So, if you both were kind of courtly, what did you do for fun?
Oh, so my sire was courtly. I wasn't.
Oh, got you.
I was a bit of a free agent in Frankfurt. I didn't have anything to do except enjoy the night. So
Oh,
I spent a lot of time going to dance or see things, museums that were open late, things like that.
that sounds dreamy.
It took some getting used to.
Yeah. What about you, Kate? What'd you do for fun?
Being a Ventru doesn't always leave a lot of time for fun, but that didn't change much post-embrace, so.
I see. Well, maybe. I mean, Cora likes a dance. I like a dance. Artem, do you like dancing?
Yeah,
A little bit, maybe. Just a little bit.
a little bit, maybe.
Well, Kate, you got a good squad here. We could go have fun.
As you're saying this, Tappy would be walking in.
It's a nice greenhouse outside.
Growing anything particularly alluring?
I don't know.
Cool.
I admit I was a little nervous to approach. There were some people working on things and
Just one.
Yeah, she still says people,
Mhm.
but thank you. And yeah, didn't want to step on too many toes.
You didn't introduce yourself.
No.
Huh. I wonder what they're up to. What use could we have for plants?
But I mean, one of the reasons why I was a little hesitant, I wasn't sure if it was a. I imagine if it was a person, it might have been a ghoul or someone at least in the service of Elysium, but so it could have just been people food. But force a habit to not immediately interact with an unknown individual.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tabby. If you'd like to ask, uh, I'm curious. We could go back and ask together.
Sure.
If Atherton shows up, how far was it?
Basically still within like the cottage grounds itself. Just sort of like at the edge of the periphery sort of thing. So it's you got a ways. Or rather you have it like a 2-second walk effectively to get to it, and you'll
We'll
be able to
walk
see cars
fast.
coming. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll admit to you all, Tabby kind of goes for the door again, but does speak to everyone. It has been a hot minute since I've interacted with other people. So there it's a little strange. I feel like I need to be averting my face.
Well, I don't think you'd have to worry about that with us, at least.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
None of y'all are people, are you? Or kind, to be specific.
What is kind?
Non-vampires.
Hmm.
As opposed to kindred. Our word for that,
I
vampires.
do know that one.
Let's go see the greenhouse.
Okay. So you guys go outside?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Tabby pointing the direction to it.
It's a very short walk. It's the cottage itself doesn't really have fences as much as a few bushes, a few hedges, and some trees to kind of help it be a little more private and secluded, but without it being blocked off in any way. So the greenhouse isn't necessarily within the yard of the cottage as much as it's within a few feet of the immediate grounds of the cottage. So you're basically just walking to the end of a driveway and it's there, effectively. Tabby would see that same young woman working on a different row of something next to the greenhouse. And you would briefly see her go in, leave the door open, come back out with something else, different tool.
Um, we'll just go ahead and approach, or at least
Mhm.
Cora will. If Tabby wants to hang back, that's okay. But she's not going to enforce Tabby doing one thing or another.
Tabby will kind of awkwardly slump up behind you.
And if her back is turned so she can't really see us, then it's like, good evening.
How many of you went with her? So the three of you. Okay. And where are Poppy and Kate?
Probably still in the cottage.
Okay.
I'm trying to make myself look presentable.
You're
With
trying
what I
to,
got.
to dress up the what you had in the go bag.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll come back to you guys in a minute then. So sorry, Kate, Cora, sorry, you said.
Just good evening.
And she turns and she's not startled as much as she was clearly a little focused, a little bit of like the botany reverie. And you see her have these work gloves as she dusts her forehead a little like, oh, hi. You must be the new guys.
We are. I'm Cora.
Artem,
Uh, Tabby.
Olivia. Uh, sorry, was I bothering you guys?
No, I just have a bit of a curiosity. Uh, are the plants just ornamental, something you like to do, or are they something that's important for people like us?
Um, I mean, some of them are a little bit of all the above. Um, they let me grow a few things on here for some of my little projects. Um, some of them get used by the clan. We have an agreement with the prince and the keeper.
By the clan, who are you with?
Uh, the Tremere.
the who?
She genuinely gives this quizzical look at you. Uh, Tre she kind of looks at all of you like, is she the crazy one for a second? Like, Tremere.
Yes. I've heard they have a big presence in Vienna.
She points to you like clearly someone got it. Dude, does Tabby show any recognition of that, or
Tabby is looking kind of at Artem and back and forth at Olivia.
Mhm.
Uh, maybe you have a different name for it, Artem, like the blood magic,
Blood magic.
but also kind of like looking back at Olivia to be sure that that
she
information's
kind of
not
just like
false.
she's trying to just sort of downplay that aspect just a little bit. Uh, Artem, right?
Yes.
Where did you say you were from?
Uh, Ukraine.
Oh, maybe there's not much of my kind there. I don't know.
Are you? He sort of thinks back to the things that he was taught. What was it? Capid Cappadocian? Is that the same?
No, that has nothing to do with us, and they don't really exist anymore.
What? What happened to them?
She kind of looks at all of you, really not knowing what to say now. Mhm. Okay. Have any of you ever seen like Game of Thrones?
Heard of it. Might
Okay.
have seen some of season one.
I know some houses are like in charge for a little while, and then they get destroyed by a different house, and then someone else kind of takes over. That happened to them.
But it wasn't that you.
No.
No.
And that was 500 years ago.
Hmm.
Well before season one.
Cora thinks I could ask my sire about this.
Artem thinks I could not ask my sire about this.
Yeah, we were just curious about what you were growing and trying to meet new faces.
Oh, well. I mean, some of it's a little bit for the party scene. And she kind of like looks over at the obvious Toreador, who's not in this scene I remembered. So she looks over at the like well-dressed uh leather jacket girl that kind of looks like she might hang out with Dom from Fast and Furious.
I have family.
Yeah.
Uh,
Uh, I don't know, and maybe like the rave scene is kind of your deal.
it has been in the past.
Really? Okay. Do you and that she actually kind of walks a little bit closer now, taking off the gloves. Do you like nibbling on people who've been on a little something?
Yeah,
She just
the tips of
oh,
her, even in the dark, you you can kind of see the tips of her pointy ears are turning a different shade.
okay. What's your poison?
Uh,
Talking uppers, downers.
Uppers typically. Uh,
Ooh.
Sometimes I rarely get to choose what they're on, so usually get a nice cocktail of both and some other. But
Mhm. Um, well, maybe with the next time there's a big party, try and find a way for you to pick and choose.
pull them into a sewer drain like it.
I mean, depending what you're
People
on, they're
will
all gonna
laugh.
float.
We'll float too.
Mm. Okay, so
I haven't made a new friend in a bit. This is fun.
we're gonna talk, but the other two, how's that sound?
I like to try new things.
Always down for a good time.
Mm. Well, I mean, maybe it's something you're going for, but do you like kind of the EDM stuff?
He shrugs his head. Oh, we just had a conversation about unisexy the other night.
Really?
You know unisexy too.
Okay, so there's a Toreador I gotta get you guys to meet. She's a DJ. She'll play all like the most obscure shit that you've most people have never heard of.
Fantastic.
She kind of runs a lot of the party scene stuff. So, guys, do you guys have phones yet, or
First night here.
Not yet.
Or I guess it's our second night here, but
okay?
Atherton's supposed to be meeting us again, though, so fingers crossed.
She kind of gets this little, oh, yeah, okay, like kind of looking like, yeah, okay, now something's tracking you. Uh, yeah, okay, that probably will be sorted tonight. And as she's saying that, you actually do kind of hear that very distant rumble of the familiar Range Rovers coming down that path.
Well, Olivia, it was nice to meet you. I think I hear our ride. You have a deceptively peaceful pursuit.
I mean, most of the time, but like I said, go to the rave and you're gonna see some wild shit.
are you often over here?
Sometimes I like to be at my shop.
And we'll connect probably.
Well, it might be a little hard for you to go to the shop, but we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna get back to
Scene change.
Yeah. And as she gets back to work, what are Kate and Poppy doing?
I think Poppy will try on a combination of some items in her go bag and kind of find where Kate is and be like, okay, does this say that I want to be here at all? What do we think? What am I saying? What's the best you could say about this outfit?
So what is Poppy wearing?
She's wearing the same jeans from yesterday, but she's cuffed them. She still has the kind of bejeweled sneaker situation. And she's found a shirt that she's cut holes in the back of to look like a skull. So it's like a very DIY situation, but she has like a black bra underneath. She's trying to go for the sexy. Is it what they said formality on the thing, and I'm lacking in formal wear at this point.
I'm afraid that seems to be all I have. Just if that's what you're comfortable in, own it.
Okay. That was a deliciously diplomatic non-answer. And
Thank you.
I see you. I see you. Okay, hold on. Let me try something else. And she like runs into her room and she comes back out, but wearing like 3 necklaces, and she has like all of her earrings in her ears. She goes, Bruja fashion kind of vibes, like kind of street style, like I could punch a prince, but I'm not, kind of
I think you're
slightly
missing
more
some
elevated.
blood to be Bruja, but again, confidence is more important than the actual articles of clothing.
Yeah. Okay, very true, very true. How did you come across such a wardrobe? Oh wait, never mind. Your sire, of course,
And DC in general.
and DC in general.
Politics.
Fascinating. Yeah.
It was Ann Taylor Loft before it was Nordstrom.
An upgrade for sure, for sure. Though an Ann Taylor Loft sweater, there's nothing quite like it.
I still have a few.
Yeah.
For casual days.
Very interesting. I feel like I've been dressing like very northern, and southern dressing is a little differently, and I feel like I'm gonna stick out.
Oh, it's
But also
very
that's okay.
different.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's like an old money kind of vibe, like very country club. It's very interesting.
It's been a while, but I can't recall. It's been too long to remember any brands off the top of my head, but yeah, wander around town. It'll help.
Yeah, I'll definitely go on a shopping spree or something like later. Right. Confidence is what we're wearing tonight, and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Sorry, I'm a little frazzled from meeting everybody last night. I feel like I don't know, performing for a circus of rabid wolves.
No, I think it'll only increase. At least for a little while.
Yeah. Do you have a job? Like
Working on
here?
it.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like everybody's kind of in the same boat, which is a nice thing to know. I mean, even though, of course, some of us, she like gestures to you, are a little ahead of the game, as it were, more versed in what we gotta do.
That is part of it, is it not? Finding our place in a new city?
Right. exactly. It's just fascinating because my betters seem to think that I would already know what I want to do here. Which would be preferable, of course, but regardless, I'm rambling. You look beautiful. Thank you so much for the assistance. We're wearing charisma. And she like turns around and exits, taking off one of the necklaces. We're like, let's pare down. Let's pare down.
As this is beginning to peter out, the cars would be rolling up to those of you outside. And unless you have anything you want to say to any of them, we could fast forward to the drive to Elysium if you would like.
Poppy would not Poppy. Tabby would just like to clock if there's any license plate and or the make of the car. So as who's driving it.
Range Rovers. There are license plates, but I'm not.
Sure, don't need the number.
I'm not
but
stamping
more,
them out.
No, yeah, more just noting for the little nebulous black book of information.
Mm-hmm. There are two of them. One is being driven by Atherton, and the other by the front doorman that you met at the start of the night. Artem.
Before we go, has Artem noticed any wildlife outside?
You'd have to go looking.
Okay.
Was the front
not
doorman
gonna
ever
look.
given a name?
I don't know if it was ever said.
Okay.
He does have one. I did write one down. But do you pile into the cars, or how do you go about it?
Shotgun.
Damn it.
Kate stops
Horrible
herself
laugh.
from cracking a joke, but is thinking one. It's only been a night after all.
You can have it on the way back, Artem.
Thank you.
Artem, you do know there's a second car, right?
No, it's not the same.
Shotgun.
I do enjoy the idea that Tabby and Poppy are the ones riding in the other car. Okay.
Cora will
Mhm.
get in one of the vehicles.
Artem as
Tabby
well.
turned. Oh, sorry.
Mhm.
Tabby turns to Poppy. I don't actually need shotgun. It just seemed funny. Do you want to sit up front?
Oh no, I'm fine back here.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. More room.
Okay. Now, if we're all ready.
Everybody's
You'll-
buckled up.
Mhm.
She'll look back. Now, as we drive on down to the main house of Elysium, I think now's a good time to take a little break. Get a little proper refreshments. And we'll be back shortly. Was it, Sam? 15 minutes, I believe the clock is. Thank you, sir. See you all shortly. Welcome back, everyone. As we left off, our new bloods had just woken up from the day sleep. They were reconvening in the cottage and trying to figure out what they're going to do over the next night or two, where and how to feed, and what they're going to have to start doing to earn a keep, either among their clan or just to make rent tomorrow. But before they can be loosed, there's one last thing that they have to deal with. As
Both the Range Rovers carry them up to the main house of Elysium. They're escorted into the house where Atherton, the keeper of that house, and the grounds at large. Now, how did everyone find their accommodations?
Very comfortable.
Nice.
Very nice.
It's very
Thank
nice
you for
private
that.
space. Thanks.
Any problems or concerns that management could be made aware of? Oh, well, we do like to hear no complaints, but we also like to hear good-natured criticism from time to time, so don't be afraid.
I appreciate the snacks.
We do what we can, though I do apologize, Miss Fulton, that we could not anticipate your particular dietary requirements.
It's all right. I think I'm taking care of it tonight.
Very good. Now, nothing so dramatic this evening, God forbid, but one little thing that I think you all would like before you trickle back out into the world to see what you can make of yourself in it. Please, if you would follow me. He leads you through the house, up the main grand staircase, and upstairs, there is a room tucked away from the previous night's hustle and bustle. It looks as though it was perhaps one of the larger bedrooms in its previous life, whereas now it seems more like a technical print shop and workspace. He raps on the wall before stepping in. Mr. Hezekiah, good evening. Atherton, how are we? Quite well, thank you. I believe you are aware of our new arrivals. I am. My name is Edward, and we're going to sort out something you're all going to be needing. And he looks over at Kate in particular and goes, for you, it's going to be a lot easier. But
Do you need the old one?
do you like to keep it or do you want to update?
Let's update.
Oh, we can make that happen. Now, the other thing we're going to have to do is Poppy actually wearing the glasses, by the way?
Oh yeah, she's
Okay.
rocking them. Yeah.
Okay. As stylish as those are, Miss Stewart, you are going to have to lose them for just a moment,
Okay.
as we're going to take some pictures for your new IDs so that you can try and pass unregarded in the real world.
I get to be a US citizen.
Just what
And-
I've always wanted.
At that, he is going to laugh. You know, if people only understood how easy it really was, you don't need to take tests. You don't need to go through any long, arduous process. Just have the right printing press, the right inks, the right materials, and an eye for detail.
Sign me up, Uncle Sam.
Okay, for the sake of simplicity, I assume you're going to all keep your current names, unless you want to do a little bit of embellishments.
Cora
Okay.
thinks it's like, yeah, there's no way anyone would run into me.
Mm.
It's like, yeah,
That's
Cora
one.
Violante is fine.
Beautiful name. What else we got?
Kate Fulton.
2.
Artemiovic.
You're gonna have to tell me how you spell that, but yep,
He goes and gets a piece of paper and a pencil.
good man, right there. And
Poppy Stewart.
fantastic. And you, my dear, is looking over at Tabby. Less of a concern for you, but how about this? because you're not going to be using this in the real world, you might want to cultivate an alternate face that you can adopt that maybe we can correct. We don't have to do that now, and that will require a bit more work, but something for you and I to discuss at a later date.
You all see, perhaps for the first time, the a bit of glee and excitement on Tabby's face, and it really contorts her face. The Nosferatu curse has definitely withered and peeled away a lot of the skin, and this is the first time that she's always looked ugly, but she looks ghoulish in this moment.
Oh no, she's ugly happy.
Cute.
Like
Sounds
ugly
like a
crying,
plan.
but worse.
I'll get back to you.
We'll have longer conversations, but I think someone that might help is he's going to sort of step around the desk to go to another doorway that's sort of like nested into the back section. Just, Lila. What? I'm busy. Kind of just looks at the group of you. Just one moment. Just, if you could tear yourself away from your game, you have a task and someone for you to meet. Oh shit, that's now. Okay. And you can hear this frantic typing on a keyboard of like Alt F4ing, much more severe. Like it's trying to tab out of 1,000 other things at the same time. Whatever she's doing, she's multiboxing. And
Task manager, don't fail me now.
Yeah, she is the task manager. And as he's walking back towards you, you see these spindly fingers just clutch around the doorway, discolored green, and she just sort of peers around it quickly, trying to almost go for the shock value of this rigor mortis Cheshire grin splitting her face almost in two. It's like, hi, kids.
Carl will jump a bit, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, Poppy will as well. Maybe a small whimper.
Nice to meet you, Lila.
Oh, that's no fun. The other
Is that better?
See, you've ruined it. You ruined it.
What were you playing?
We don't know each other well enough for that.
Gross.
Oh, I like you. She tries to get you to come over to her real quick. She leans in to whisper, but she says it loud enough for the entire room. Just, it's a porn game. Okay? But it's not just one. It's a bunch, okay? Girls gotta multitask.
Whatever gets you going, I guess.
Hey, whatever creams your Twinkie, kids. Snap.
PG rating is so far gone.
You never had a kid.
I love her. I would die for her. I might.
One of the oldest NPCs I ever
Foreshadowing?
down, by the way.
Amazing.
Okay, right. So what? Oh, you need me to get in the database, don't you? It's like you already went through all the names. Yeah, huh?
I should have an address that could help lend an air of authenticity to my ID.
Gold star for Applejack over here. Okay, what else we got? Any other fixed address? Any? And she looks over at Tabby. It's like, you don't count.
She hands in the pockets, comes out with nothing.
What about the pretty girls over here? What are you guys doing? Nothing? No fixed address?
Still in the process of figuring that out. Is there some non-address address you can put on it?
Oh, we got things for that.
Okay, good.
What about you, handsome?
I know there is a place. I don't know the address. You know where any of the Primogens' houses are?
Oh shit! head. And she's carrying that note for a long time, and she looks at Alden, then to Artem. It's like, wait, which one? But she's not asking you. She's asking it was like, does it doesn't matter. It's not like you're gonna put it on an ID card anyways. I still want to know. They kind of just both look to you if you actually want to answer that or not.
I mean, I don't know if I know.
You know the Permagen is.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm confused, so I just won't answer.
That sounds about right. And look, truth of the matter is we got fake addresses all over town. We can just slap onto it and nobody's gonna give a shit. Now, if you do something really stupid and someone's paying a lot more attention than they should, that's a problem. But don't do the stupid thing. Right?
Right.
Don't,
Good plan.
don't be stupid.
Mhm.
That's it. It's this. She looks right over top. You get it, right? Don't be stupid, stupid.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Right out. Okay. Write down the names. We're gonna do some stuff. We're gonna do some real fucking techno magic. All right. And she's gonna take the names. He's gonna do his thing, and she trundles off into the back room. And for a moment, it almost sounds like she's on a Skype call. Like, no, I'm AFK, asshole. I'm busy. And she hangs up again. And she's getting back to work.
Multiplayer.
Yeah. Now I want you to think about what she was playing.
Yeah, with people.
Love that for her.
Hey, girl knows what she likes. And Edward's going to walk you through the process of getting all of your ID pictures taken. And we're going to have the little montage of him affixing the image to his templates, typing in all the correct information, or at least the information he is deeming correct enough for the DMV. And as he's going through all this, it's very rote, very practiced, and at the same time, highly detailed. You can see moments where he's manually adding in certain blemishes, not to your pictures, but just to the process. Finding those little imperfections to make them all believable rather than perfect. To also add a tiny bit of age, that you've had these for a while rather than freshly stamped out to make them more suspicious. You hear them talking back and forth despite not being in the same room, coordinating on certain details. And while he's finished his part of it for now, you see him applying certain things to a stack of boxed phones that are all unmarked. They do not have any brand or logo on them, but they looked like a standard higher end-ish Android phone of some sort, probably cloned. And believe it or not, there are a lot of services out there that you can basically just, if you have a design, you can send it to them, and if you order enough in bulk, they will stamp it out for you.
Cool.
That's kind of how Wish.com actually kind of works that way. It can. But you run a lot of risks.
This process. Did Cora ever have a conversation with Gerhardt about her slightly more public demise, and if that would be a problem, and if there were like mitigating steps that needed to be taken?
You got the impression that as long as you weren't reaching out, as long as you weren't going and reassociating with your old life, that wasn't going to be an issue.
Okay, then she won't mention anything about having been in the newspaper.
Mhm. Now, Edward kind of looks at all of you. Any last little touches that I should be aware of? It's usually a no, but I'm just curious if there's anything I should be aware of now.
So, oh, what exactly do you mean?
I don't know. I'm usually just fishing. Be surprised who says what at this point.
I've got a cheap other phone that I use to give an extra number to feeds. Is that off limits here?
Can you say that again for me?
A cheap other phone to share a number with feeds.
Oh, you want a little
Do I
a
need to
little
trade this
menu
out?
burner.
Yes. Do I need to trade this out for a new burner? Local number?
Oh, you'll want to.
All right.
It wasn't going to really work here anyways, so you're going to find that out the hard way, but best to know now. Anything else like that? Any little
I
quirk?
might need to make some international calls.
Good to know. Anybody else?
I may also.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. We can set these things up, and they are all fully in your name. I'm not going to be paying for them. They're activated, they're all good, but they're your phone to upkeep. So you're going to have to find a way to solve that by the end of next month.
Okay, not a problem.
Good. This is part of the Southern hospitality thing. We set you up, but you got to stand on your own, okay? All good? Everybody understand? Great. While Lila is clearly doing her digital manipulation of government systems, he is setting up each and every one of your phones. However, it's not just a case of putting in a SIM card and handing them out. He's manually putting in a few numbers. For each of you, it's going to be your primogen. The whip, which
Was I told who my clan whip was?
I don't believe we're given that
I
information.
don't think so.
So I'm gonna have to look at my notes for that as well afterwards. Let me just look at that really, really quick.
And we can move on and you can
Okay,
send me that later if you
I'll
need
have
to.
to look at that. For Cora, there's an additional number of Leland.
Okay, so it's gonna be Matilda, Grace, and Leland for me. No, Nina?
Yes. Not yet. There will actually be an additional number for each of you. The keeper. But you will notice there are no titles in the phone, just a name.
Do I have any other numbers besides those three?
At the moment, no. Do you want to ask him for any particular numbers? Oh, there would be one in there, Misha.
Okay.
As for Artem, there wouldn't be a whip per se, but you would get Tessa Stratton's number. She seems to be a more stable point of contact. For Cora, sorry, not Cora, for Poppy, you would get your primogen, of course, Madison, and Nico. And of course, the keeper as well. For Tabby, you would get Mason. The keeper. You might expect Baxter, but it's not on there. You get Lila's. There's one additional number that you all get. And it's not a full name. It's not a title. It just says Vega.
Hmm. When Chorus sees Vega at on the list of names in the context, she goes, "Hmm. On what occasion are we calling the sheriff?"
Two things. And he is about to say something, but Atherton has entered into the room at this point. And, well, for a couple of reasons. One, in case she ever needs to find any of you, which I should hope not. Two, in case you need to call her for an emergency, you have seen something, you have walked into a situation or been the cause of it. It would be best if we all find out about it sooner rather than later. A mistake, a small mistake that is learned about early, can be dealt with. And a minor indiscretion, as long as you are learning from it and not repeating it, might be glossed over. But repetition and escalation, well, now, that situation becomes a bit more arduous for all of you. But he looks around and all. We were all young once, regardless of whether or not some of us may ever admit to it. You just hear Lila sort of snort in the back room. Some of us do understand the errors of youth, but you're going to have to grow up from that rather quickly. I do not say this to threaten or demean any of you, just merely letting you know the ground that you stand on, so that you know what steps to take. I do have other matters to attend to unless you have any other pressing questions.
I appreciate your help, Atherton. I don't have any questions. And she'll look to everybody else. Oh, actually, I do have one more thing. I think some of us are maybe thinking about getting something to eat. Are there any places that are neutral hunting grounds or off limits?
Well, I would suggest not venturing off into the marshes. They are quite treacherous, though they are open grounds. Typically, most places around town are considered appropriate for most of us, so long as you are not being indiscreet. Then, depending on whose domain specifically you're occupying at the time, they may have different feelings about what to do with you should you step out. But if you are behaving within the narrow spectrum of expectations, that you are not leaving evidence, creating scenes or messes, no one's gonna care a blink an eye.
Well, that's nice to hear.
Hmm. However, Just be mindful where you are, who is around you. For all of you, this is a new city. Every place has its quirks. Learn them before you overcommit to a risky action. A very good question. Any others I can answer?
Oh, do you know where Titus's racetrack situation is? He invited me yesterday and I failed to get his number. Or
Oh,
where?
well, that would be up at Hutchinson Island.
Okay.
Does
Thank you very much.
any of you know where that is?
Cora would have seen Savannah on Google Maps as she was looking. She may remember. It's like,
Mm.
there's a bridge to the north. You take that; it'll take you right to it.
It is the most stand out part of the city. Hard to miss such a majestic structure. It'll take you right there.
Great, thank you.
However, something to keep in mind. There's a little gang of Brujah that like to decry or proclaim a little pocket of the island as their territory. Now, they might try and challenge you, get in the way, puff up their chest a little bit, but they don't own it. But they are allowed to at least have a bit of fun up there. Keeps them a little busy without having, well, more messes for us to clean up. Though if you do run into them, I suggest you show a bit of manners to a Miss Jolene Delaire. Now, I could, if you would hand me your phone, I could put Titus's number in for you, or I could call him myself and let him know that you would like to speak to him.
Oh, I mean, would it be improper for you to just give me his number? I was just gonna shoot him a text.
How about I go make a few phone calls?
Okay.
Before I get underway, since you asked about feeding, is that to be your collective plan after leaving here tonight?
I know I
Sounds
spoke to Mr. Sokolov about getting a ride into town.
All right.
Cora's
like
gonna
a
look
good
to
use of the
Poppy for
evening.
this since she was kind of being the party planner for tonight.
I'm definitely interested. I haven't properly fed in a little bit.
The rest of you?
Does sound like a good use of the evening.
I'm
Mhm.
probably going to stick close to Poppy, so yeah, likely.
Mr. Jobu.
Yes, I was going to stick with Poppy as well.
Mm.
Poppy is so happy right now. She's trying to be cool though.
Well, I'm sure something can be arranged if you would like some sort of guide or chaperone. Perhaps either in one of the contacts in your phone you could consider, or I could make a few other calls to see who might be willing.
Player question.
Yes.
When you say guide or chaperone,
Mhm.
would Poppy know what that entails? Because she's had a very specific experience
Mhm.
with feeding.
Well, the implication being of a tour guide.
Ah, ooh! I mean, it would be nice to have somebody showing us around, see all the cool stuff. I mean, what do you all think? Is that
I think that sounds beautiful.
I admit I'm interested, but I should probably be sure to come across some at least mask or something to if I'm gonna be in the more public spots with you all, which I'm definitely open to, but I'm a bit of a risk to go on sightseeing tours with. So
You see, maybe not all of you, but you see Lila's fingers sort of curl around the door frame again. She peers out. Oh, you want to go and hunt? Huh?
Oh, and speaking of which, Tabby like immediately breaks
Mm.
conversation with everyone else and goes right up to the wall that
Mhm.
Lila's grabbing around. I know you said it would take some time, but I was thinking of aliases. What about can I at least have a name idea? Lewis Derby.
There's a long, long pause, and she kind of just slowly peers closer. She puts her hands on both your cheeks. You're lucky you're pretty.
Same as you.
Hey, I know what that means.
Pink ears.
She's just gonna flick one of those blushing ear tips and just goes, "We're gonna do better than that. And when we do, we're gonna do some fucking awesome Photoshop. It's gonna be great."
Yeah. Thank you.
Edward, I'm done on my end. Just about on mine, and he's just starting to start the press that starts stamping these things out. And it's effortless. If you only understood how easy the DMV could be if one person just had access to it and all the requisite materials and only had a couple of people to work with in a day, it would be lightning quick. You'd be in and out. You wouldn't have to wait a week or two for a car to get sent to you. You would just be getting it as you show up. But that's not how the real world works. Because this man probably stole this, or at least acquired it by other means. Oh wells. Fell off the back of a government truck. It might occur to each of you, if this guy's making this, what other print operation might he have around town somewhere?
Hmm.
So,
You know, Kate, when you're done, if you want to catch up with us, we'll probably still be out. We should each get each other's numbers.
yeah.
Cora is gonna pass her phone around.
That makes sense.
Artem passes his as well.
Give the opportunity for everyone to enter a phone number if they so choose. They can decline and pass it on if they want to. But for the record, Cora will input her phone number into every phone that is given to her.
911.
Oh, no.
That's
will
not the German emergency services number.
I will exchange numbers with everyone.
Ditto.
Likewise.
Damn.
you might want to be writing down for yourselves, if you're not already, what numbers you do have.
Mhm. I am.
Little black book.
We're gonna have a group text.
Okay. Miss Fulton, Mr. Should be downstairs shortly if you'd like to go and meet up with him.
Thank you.
As for the rest of you, well, a car can be provided to get you into town, but you are going to have to figure out what to do from there. And Lila is back to her little doorframe perch looking at Tabby. He's like, do you want to go with them or you want to go with me?
You know what? Maybe I'll see the racetrack at a different point. I think that I might slow you down. I'm gonna catch up with y'all later, potentially back at the cabin or the cottage. Which one was it? The C word.
Yes.
I was promised this was a family-friendly stream.
You've at least twice proven that that wasn't the case.
Oh, Cora, you're muted. Sorry.
Oh,
no.
Can't hear you.
She's very muted.
Oh no.
Oh no. I want to hear these dulcet tones.
Really?
Oh.
Do you need to unplug and replug it?
Oh no.
Maybe do a power cycle.
Oh no.
Oh.
It is very sad.
Okay. So
Yeah.
in the meantime.
Yes, I'm going with you.
Before Kate leaves, Arden is going to ask her, can you get me Sokolov's number?
I'll ask him and send it on if he agrees.
Sure.
Okay. We're going to pen over to, actually, before I do that, everyone has been given their IDs. They are state IDs. They are all properly accredited and will pass pretty much every inspection because they are done on a government press machine. It has all the right inks, all the little holographic stickers and laminates. It is, for all intents and purposes, a correct ID. There's nothing fake about it because the process was genuine.
Does Tabby have one too?
No.
Okay. Didn't think so. I thought that would take a moment anyway. I was just clarifying.
That'll be a different night after you've had some time to work out the specifics of it. But it's one of those in the bank kind of things you can deal with later. You all begin to get filtered out. First, we'll go with Kate because I believe you left first. Okay. You'll meet up just outside the front door with Mr. Sokolov. Miss Fulton.
Nice to see you again.
You as well. Are you ready to see your house?
Oh, we get to go there first.
Unless you'd rather not.
No, I can at least drop off things before going to feed.
Good to know we are going to be hiding out before getting into a potential mess. Shall we?
As we ride into town, I would like to ask him, would anyone have issue with a young Ventru feeding on River Street? Would hate to stumble into someone's, into a territorial dispute.
You'll find it's a bit of a shared domain in a sense. It's viewed as maybe not one particular clan, but a vested interest of at least ours and the Toreadors. That won't stop anyone else from feeding if they're doing so correctly. But just remember, higher risk area because it's so touristy. There's not really cameras, at least none that work. But cell phone cameras are still a thing.
Hmm.
There's a lot of dark alleyways, nooks and crevices that you can secret away to. And that's just outside. But I don't recommend them. Not for a first timer. Find someplace indoors. Or don't.
I appreciate the advice.
Well, we look out for hours.
That's why I asked. Mr. Atherton gave a general statement about feeding in the city, but I thought I'd double check.
It's good to have a bit of due diligence. As he drives you towards your new house, is there anything else you want to bring up with him?
I will ask him if he is all right with me giving his number to Artem.
There's a moment of,
You don't have to say yes. I don't know anyone anything yet, but
no, it would be good for me to know where he is. He and I need to have another conversation.
I'll just forward the contact to Artem.
Do you forward it to Misha as well? Okay. Just continuing a bit of banter. And as we get to the outside of your house and pull into the bespoke little parking lot of the shared row of buildings, if we can get the pictures to come up, and for Kate to describe her new home.
It is in a row of about 4 or 5 townhouses. There's a little plaque next to a gate that leads into a small courtyard that says built. Oh, if you've got the picture, I think it's 18. I can't remember if it's pre or post Civil War, but around that era. There's a gate that leads into a very small courtyard, just like a couch or two. And then the door from this side opens into a small kitchen. As she walks through from the kitchen down the hall, what used to be a formal dining room has now been turned into an office. Everything is very dark academia, very dark blues and dark greens on the wall. And in the office, there is a wall of libraries, a computer, and a desk. Connected with that, through French doors take you through these, in addition to the hallway that runs alongside the staircase, is a small sitting room, 2 couches facing each other, and an old, still working fireplace. And then the front door. And as you round the corner and go up the stairs, there are 2 bedrooms, a guest room that's just kind of simply decorated, a bathroom in the middle, and the master bedroom. A large window overlooking the courtyard side of the building. But with all the windows here now, there are steel shutters that have been installed.
Do you invite him inside, or
What would Kate know to be like the proper, like, is it bad manners to not invite him inside? Is it more like, thanks for the ride?
it depends what you're concerned about here. Are you looking at manners, or are you looking at you're worried about a potential enemy or rival knowing about your house? Granted, he already
Manners.
know. Okay.
Yeah, because he's helped set this up.
It wouldn't be. It would be good manners to invite him in, not necessarily the expectation. but that's up to you.
Well, Mr. Sokolov, you might have already seen inside, but would you like a formal tour?
I would, partly because I want to show you something. And as you lead him in,
Mm-hmm.
give him a little. He's already seen it because, you know, he was partly involved in setting this up. But as you are inspecting, like, do you seem like you are enjoying how it's been put together, how it's been
Mm-hmm.
all coalesced? Okay. If you're remarking on that, he nods appreciatively. Glad to know that his work, his logistics worked out. And at a point, he will take you to a small box in the kitchen. He directs your attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
And as you open it, they are the keys to the car that you saw parked outside when you arrived.
This will come in handy.
Streets are a little different than what I imagine you are used to. Take it slow.
Thank you again.
I'm sure we'll talk again soon. And please, let me know if you need anything else.
Will do.
Ah. Good luck.
Thank you.
You're going to need it with them.
I imagine so.
Bit of advice, if you would welcome it.
Mm-hmm.
Good to get to know them. They might be useful, but they might also be liabilities.
I am inferring he's talking about the other new bloods, right? My goal is to keep them at a healthy arm's length.
Good plan. Well, I'll see myself out. Good hunting.
Thanks.
And as he steps out, camera follows him as the door closes, and we're back at Elysium. Who wants to go first? Tabby and Lila, or the trio?
Maybe Tabby and Lila in case Iskra's mic is out for the moment.
Do we need to test that real quick?
Should we do a sound test?
Oh,
Darn.
no.
no!
Okay, we'll come back to that in a bit. Tabby.
How about the laptop mic?
That one works.
We got
We
sound.
can't hear you.
I will use that one then, unfortunately. But
Okay,
Tabby, please.
okay. So you go with Lila?
Yes.
Okay. She throws on this almost permanent wet look leather jacket, but kind of bolero cut. But it looks like maybe it didn't start out that way. That looks like it was like a manual addition or subtraction, I guess. And it's kind of has this jagged edging to it, like she was trying to make teeth. And she walks you out to a sort of blacked out sedan, like tinted windows. Like, okay. I don't get to show this to everybody. And she's holding a little like key fob ring, and she just goes plip plip. And there's this underglow of purple. Huh?
That's pretty sick.
Right? And she starts like going on with little like random details.
I've not seen those like us with much luxury.
Because they're not doing it right.
Apparently not.
Okay. How do I put this? How craptastic is Tabby's outfit right now?
The nicest thing she's got is a hand-me-down hoodie that I don't know the quality of, but it is from Kate. Everything else is real bad.
It's about 13, 14 years old.
Okay. But what I mean is it's not about the age, it's more just a case of how mucky.
Mucky.
Yeah.
So that is the answer.
Okay. Okay. So we're gonna do two things. We're gonna sort out that mess.
Please.
Because and two, we're gonna get a blanket, and that's what you're sitting on.
Cool.
So she'll get a blanket out of the trunk and she puts it over the passenger side seat. Come on.
Crawls in.
Doesn't go anywhere if you're outside of it. And like an asshole, she puts on aviators. Ready?
Yeah.
She hits the gas and J turns from basically a standstill. Yeah, there's a brief moment of G-force. And then she just starts punting this thing up the road. And I don't know if Tabby would know this, but there's the sound of a little bit of NOS being used.
I don't know.
I don't know, just the sound it makes is for family. And she's gonna start taking you around town.
Tabby's glowing horrifically.
Yeah. She does slow down though when she hits the main road. And she actually does kill the purple underglow, at least for now.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah. Like Wormslow, you can kind of be a little more outlandish, but once you're back on the main roads, there's an indication of you gotta tone it right the fuck down. And she kind of looking down at you is like, okay, we got to fix this first before we do anything else. We got to get you fed, but we got to fix that. You need clothes, not. How do I need to put this nicely?
I get it.
I don't know how.
We're good. I understand.
No, I need to get this out of my head, or it's gonna bother me all night. Little orphan Annie that didn't get adopted by Daddy Warbucks.
The fact that you did put it into words makes it hurt a little bit more. I was kind of prepped before, but okay.
See, but now that I got it out of my system, we can move on.
Now it's in my system, but let's
but that's not
let's
my
move
problem.
on.
And she's gonna take. She's absolutely driving with one hand on the wheel and holding her phone and just quickly not texting as much as searching for something.
We'd probably survive, depending on how we are going very fast. No, we're in danger.
I mean, actually, how heavy is Tabby, by the way?
Tabby's pretty light.
Okay. And she kind of looks at you, like, I don't know if you're heavy enough to activate the sensor for the passenger side airbag.
Ah, fuck.
Oh,
And-
that'll be fun.
Were you
And I will say
planning
from
on
ex-
crashing?
Sorry.
And
What
I
was
was
that?
just gonna say, I'll say from experience that the highway from Wormslow into downtown is a bit curvy.
Mhm.
So Tabby's kind of
Were you planning on crashing? I mean, hopefully that's not necessary.
She kind of gives you this with the full aviators too. It's like trust and just split. And off the beaten track to a neighborhood that's not just quiet, but it's dark after dark. Nobody goes there. Not this late. And she parks in the alleyway. She takes out her phone and she hits a couple of buttons, and the door in the alleyway clips and opens. Let's go shopping. And she leads you into a clothing store that has an all access pass right now. A little more sort of, it's not Hot Topic or anything like that, but it is kind of just jeans and basic clothes like that. Kind of a no-name place, but just not too trendy, not too high end or low end. It's just you can get clothes here and you can get them for free, and you have time to do something other than lice chic.
Each new analogy hurts. Tabby will first figure out, because she has not figured out what her measurements are as a nonce in the year and a half, 2 years that she's been so. It's been like, what can wrap around this form?
Hmm.
So she definitely can't figure out a like set measurement, because Nos and her form is quite bent in a number of different ways. But she does find shirts that are not gross. For the most part, it's like whites and grays and blacks, but she does have some accents of uh dark blue here and there.
For the montage aspect of this, she's occasionally helping you find an item or rearranging how it looks on you, because you're a little bit misshapen, as all Nosferatu are. Symmetry no longer exists. So occasionally she's ripping something to give it a better shape. Or, say, putting two shirts together and ripping them a different way so they make this sort of overlay pattern over each other. Trying to dress you up as a person and not a tragedy. I know I primarily run Ventru, but there's a little bit of Toreador in here somewhere.
I do think there has been some precedent for dress up before with Caroline, but definitely not this actually kind and interested, I assume, in Tabby's own style, rather than how could Caroline dress Tabby up like as a for purposes.
Yeah. Like she's trying to accent what you're doing rather than making you her paper doll. It's kind of like, it's almost there. Let's just do this.
Feels a lot more wholesome.
No. as you're all going through your makeover. Okay. Now we don't leave evidence, right? So we're gonna take the stuff you brought in and we're gonna burn it.
Nice.
Leave the old life behind.
I mean, it's like full of oil, so it should burn pretty quick.
Fucking whoosh.
Now, a quick question: do you like wear a mask when you're going around? Obviously, that in and of itself has some problems, but any opinion on that? Or I don't think makeup will do much to this.
Sometimes you just gotta be creative. Sometimes you don't go to the thing. Sometimes you fuck with the thing. If you can't go, make an appearance somehow anyways.
It's true. I'll think on that. For now, she like grabs like a beanie pretty much and tears holes in it to where it can be a ski mask.
So, okay. I
I intend to improve upon this. I'll find something better.
Okay. Somebody with full pug fug, okay, isn't going to alert the police as much as some fuckwit walking down the street wearing a ski mask in fuck off hot Savannah. You look like you are either on the way to a crime or leaving one.
Fine. I'll burn this too. I already ruined it.
Okay, we're making progress. Let's get the fuck out.
Let's get the fuck out.
Do you, as you get back into the car, she kind of is like, "Do you just not know how to crime? Like, are you new?"
Not really, but kind of.
Fuck.
We'll just go with yeah.
We gotta fix you.
We're learning quick. I learned quick.
Well, good, because we're about to go real quick, and she hits the gas. We'll come back to you in a minute.
We hear this out of a car crash.
Yeah. This part
Two
is
down.
brought to you by the Doppler effect. Now, let's check in with our trio, shall we? Where are you going? Where do you want to go?
Well, are we getting a tour guide? Was that
Do you want
something?
one?
What did we think, squad? What are we feeling?
I do have someone who's supposed to be showing me around. Is Atherson still?
You can find them.
Okay. And maybe I'll just text Burles actually. Just send a text that says, let's see, hold on. Yeah. Asking for Christiana, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, asking for her number.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what he says back.
Great. That could be fun.
You get a call a moment later. And it's Alden.
Yeah.
Where are you right now?
Wormslow.
Out of character, I want to give this man bonus points for not saying Elysium on the phone.
Ooh.
He gets to live another session.
Great.
Sheriff immediately called.
Vega would like to know your location.
Hold on, I'm
Correction,
getting
Vega
another call.
knows your location.
True.
Vega is at your location.
She's in
Just-
your
He
walls.
just puts the phone
Your
down
sheriff
face
will
to
be
face.
there in 1 minute.
Okay. I could drop her off. Do you have a car yet?
I think we're getting one. I don't.
Okay. Hand the phone to Atherton.
Okay. Look around for Atherton.
You find him eventually. Oh, hello? Yes. Oh, that could be arranged. Yes, of course, that's no problem. Just a moment. I assume one of you can drive on your own?
I'm an okay driver. I could do that if you want.
Oh, well, Miss
Did you say you were a
Violante.
driver?
Oh, right.
Yes.
You have to drive us.
I believe everything has been sorted. Yes, of course, I'll hand you back. Good evening. And he hands the phone back to you.
Thank you.
I won't deprive you the opportunity of the joy of driving if that's something you want to do, Poppy.
No, I'm really good in the passenger seat.
Well then, thank you.
Wait, so Artem, who are we meeting then?
It's the Primogen's child. She's new as well. She's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be helping her. She's supposed to be helping me.
Oh. A mutually beneficial relationship. Very helpful.
I hope so.
So, you have all your IDs, you have your phones, you've been given a direction. I think now's a good time to end it up for tonight before we get to everyone's hunt. Yes, do you have
One
something?
thing real quick.
Of course.
When Artem gets Sokolov's contact information, he'll just send this text. Oh, you can't see it. It just says his last name.
As in his own last name or yours?
Mine.
Okay. I couldn't read it on the paper, so
Yeah, that was a complete failure.
yeah. He sends back, good. We'll talk when I have more. Now, unless there's anything else anyone would like to add, any little closing thoughts of what they're feeling. Actually, yes, let's go around the room a little bit, see what people are thinking before we transition out for the night. Let's start with Kate. You're muted. She has no thoughts.
What? Let's see, if we got picked up an hour after sunset,
Mhm.
it's summer. It's already what, like 9-ish or so?
You got a
With
lot of
everything.
evening left.
hmm I don't think she'll settle into her house yet. She'll put her stuff down and then remove the blazer and get check the walking distance in Google. It's less than a mile and parking sucks downtown, so she's just gonna plan to walk and we'll let it fade out there.
Okay. Tabby.
Tabby is feeling a lot of different emotions, most of them positive and excitement, several embarrassment and self-doubt, but is eager to, of all the things where she is uncertain and has questioned her own abilities, is excited to at least remind herself that she for sure can have a successful hunt.
Poppy.
Poppy is feeling so much better than she did yesterday and is hoping that this is an upswing for her she's happy that she has people around her who are kind of, if not, well, they're kind of in the same boat. But she can't help but feel like she's going to be tethered to yet another thing or person. And so she's going to try to have the best night out ever.
Cora.
The first half of Cora's sentiments mirror the first half of Poppy's. She's glad that tonight has been a low pressure one, and that she's around people that don't seem to be probing or testing, or that she needs to be careful. I mean, of course she needs to be careful around, but like not I'm talking to the court type of careful, right? So that is enjoyable. She's been amused by some of the things that she's encountered during the night, but the first thing on her mind right now is that she's going to get to drive in her new city.
And Artem.
Artem is having a pleasant evening. He's hoping dearly that he didn't just ruin it by inviting Christiana along. He's also wondering what Atherton meant about the marshlands being treacherous. As someone who came from rather treacherous area of wildland himself, he hopes it doesn't mean quite the same thing.
I'm sure, given enough time and the capacity to make mistakes, you'll figure that out.
I will also add that Kate is really hoping not to run into the rest of the New Bloods while she's hunting.
That would be unfortunate.
This is crazy. You're here, we're here.
Wild.
Oh my
Who
God,
You're
would
what do we
drinking
do?
right there.
What do we do?
You want to try the stuff Olivia gave us?
Yeah, but the stuff that she gave you would be just Bob as you take a hit off of him. But on that note, we'll close out for the evening. Thank you so much for the players. Thank you to Smuggles for running production tonight. And thanks for everyone for tuning in. We'll see you all next week on Tuesday for D&D. And back again on Wednesday for this happy little slice of unlife.
You just play again tomorrow, right?
Yeah, right?
Nope.
Not even close.
Good try. That's your one.
Not again.
She gets 2 1s.
Different city, different friends. Good night, folks.